God doesn't lie. And when he warns us that judgment is coming, I can promise you it's coming. It's time for us to wake up. How's this for an ominous set of Bible verses? Let me read in Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. It says this. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all the nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Folks, that is an unbelievably powerful set of verses and a powerful set of warnings. And folks, I want to just simply say this without getting into all the details of this passage, because if you are watching this on the morning that it is released, it is Sunday morning, and we are going to do a Bible study regarding this particular passage and why it's so significant and so important. But let me just simply say this. God knows all. God watches all. God understands all. God knows the beginning from the end. God sits in the realm outside of time where he sees everything happening all at once. He knows the truth from fiction. He is the creator of truth. He is the author of truth. He himself is the truth. And the reality of it is, in a world filled with deception where there is so much back and forth about what is right and what is wrong and what's going to be happening and what isn't going to happen, in a world where there is so much misinformation, lack of correct information, lies, deception, God has the ability to see and discern through all of it. And you know what? He's given us the greatest tool to be able to do that, and that's his word. And the problem that we oftentimes have as the body of Christ is we don't place enough of an emphasis on his word to go and to find out what the differences are between right and wrong, good and evil, true and false. And folks, what the world today is deeming as incorrect, what the world today is looking at and is calling good, God is calling evil. And the things that are standing as blatantly unrighteousness as determined by God, the world is embracing as something beautiful and something admirable. And the reality of it is, the Lord is coming back, and he's coming back sooner than a lot of people realize. And when he does, he is going to be coming back in radical and heavy and great judgment. And a lot of people will listen to what I'm saying, and they will say, James, you're just one of those crazy preachers that wants to talk about hellfire and brimstone. Actually, I might be a crazy preacher in your mind or in the mind of a lot of other people, but I at least am never going to be accused of not preparing you or warning you for what is true. Keep this in mind. They called Noah a conspiracy theorist, and crazy for that matter, until it started raining. And when the doors on that ark shut and people began to perish, I can promise you in that very moment, they began to realize how absolutely erroneous they were while Noah was building that ark for 75 plus years, and they were ignoring everything that was said. Just because a nation has been established, and just because a nation has a strong reputation, and just because a nation has competent or even incompetent leaders for that matter, does not mean that that nation will escape the judgment of God. God knows exactly what he is doing, and there is a time where he is going to separate what is righteous from what is unrighteous, and he will judge them accordingly. And folks, it's time that we open up our eyes and recognize that. Christ could come at any moment. And folks, it's time that we start living like it. God bless you.